Welcome back to AI MindStudio. Today, we're unlocking the magic behind modern artificial intelligence neural networks. Neural networks are the foundation of deep learning and power technologies like ChatGPT, face recognition, and self driving cars. Don't worry if this sounds complex, by the end of this video, you'll understand neural networks in a simple, intuitive way. Let's begin. So, what exactly is a neural network? A neural network is a computing system inspired by the human brain. It's made up of interconnected artificial neurons that process data, learn patterns, and make predictions or decisions. Just like our brain learns from experience, neural networks learn by training on large amounts of data, and they improve over time. How a, neur- how a neuron works? Let's break down a single artificial neuron, the basic building block of neural networks. Each neuron receives input data, such as numbers or features. It multiplies those inputs by weights, which represent importance. Then it adds a bias to adjust the result. Next, it applies an activation function to decide whether the neuron should fire. Finally, it produces an output that is passed to the next layer. Layers in a neural network. Neural networks are organized into layers. The input layer receives raw data, for example, pixel values from an image. The hidden layers process the data and learn patterns. This is where the real magic happens. The output layer produces the final result, such as identifying whether an image is a cat or a dog. The more hidden layers a network has, the deeper it becomes, and deeper networks can learn more complex patterns. Activation functions. Activation functions help neural networks learn complex, real world relationships. They introduce nonlinearity, which allows networks to solve problems that simple equations cannot. Some common activation functions include ReLU, fast, simple, and the most widely used today. Sigmoid outputs values between 0 and 1, useful for probabilities. And TON, similar to sigmoid, but centered around 0. Forward propagation. Forward propagation is the prediction phase. Data flows forward through the network from the input layer through hidden layers all the way to the output layer. Each layer performs calculations, and at the end, the network produces a prediction. This process is fast and happens every time the model makes a decision. Backpropagation. Backpropagation is the learning phase. First, the network calculates the error, the difference between its prediction and the actual correct answer. Then, this error is sent backward through the network. The weights and biases are adjusted to reduce future errors. This process repeats again and again, and that's how neural networks learn over time. Why neural networks matter? Neural networks are the backbone of modern AI. They allow machines to understand images, recognize speech, generate text, and make intelligent decisions. Without neural networks, technologies like deep learning, computer vision, and generative AI wouldn't exist. Real world applications. You interact with neural networks every day. They power face recognition on your phone. They enable chat, GPT, and other language models to generate human like text. They help doctors detect diseases in medical scans. They drive recommendation systems like Netflix. And they are essential for self driving cars to see and understand the road. And that's your beginner friendly introduction to neural networks. You now understand what they are, how neurons and layers work, and why they're so important in AI. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to AI Mind Studio for more clear and simple explanations of artificial intelligence. Stay curious, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video.